Scott Simpson here from Guilty as Charged. Fantasy, so excited to bring you today a best ball draft, a little bit different than last one. Well, I mean, it's still a best ball draft, but the stakes are a little bit higher, right? Last time I brought you $5 draft, and stakes are a little bit, paltry compared to this one. Today we're going to do an entry into the Best Ball Mania 2 on Underdog. It's a $25 entry. Winner gets $1,001,000. So it's a pretty big tournament. So I have a team that is loaded in. I'm waiting for three more people to start. So what I'm going to do is kind of go over best ball again, the way it works. In this format, it's half point PPR. It's going to be 18 players on your roster. You don't have any defense kickers. It's only quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends. No flex positions. You start one quarterback, you start two running backs, three wide receivers, and a tight end. So in this 18 player kind of gambit, there's different ways, different structures to build different types of lineups. Today, we're going to kind of look to build a 2 to 3 quarterback build. I'm leaning towards two quarterbacks. I want high upside. I'm going to get some really good quarterbacks today. That's what I'm going to try to chase in this. You can't win without those quarterbacks. If I can get Dak, if I can get, I say anybody in the top five, Dak, Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, any of those running quarterbacks are going to kind of give you a little bit more. I'll take it, but we'll kind of see the value. We're not just going to reach for them. So we're going to also look to see how many running backs we can get. We're waiting for one more person. So I'm going to load this bad boy up and share my screen right now. And let's get into this Best Ball Mania draft. Let me explain too, kind of what inspired this. I was reading over some of Hayden Winks' work. Hayden Winks works over at Underdog. He was reading about how many points people were scoring over the average position, which is really important to me as somebody who wants to know when I'm drafting. So let's get these players queued up. We're already ready to go. I don't think the draft board is filled. Oh, wait for one more person. Okay. All right. We're ready to go. So it's about to jump live. When that does happen, the draft board will pull up. We can actually build our queue a little bit right now and look to see players, but I'm not going to do that. In the first round, you don't need to kind of build that queue. You kind of want to see what everybody else does, and then you'll make your moves off of that. So anyway, this Hayden Winks article that I read, or the spreadsheet that he had, I'm going to highlight it real quick. I can actually stop sharing my screen. I'm doing a little jujitsu over here. Okay, so this is Hayden Winks's um, fantasy usage half point PPR sheet, and this is how many points over the running back 24, the wide receiver 36, and the tight end 1 that they averaged in their higher weeks that they scored. So what you're looking for in this situation is the upside in these weekly plays. This is not how many points they scored per week, but it is something we're going to use to help us as we go to draft. So let's jump back into our draft, see if we're live yet. I'm guessing that we are going to be live by now. Let's share. All right, no, still waiting for one person. Okay, well, you know what? As soon as that person jumps in, we'll go live immediately to the draft. So it'll just be a quick transition. So in this, I'm also going to be chasing high upside running backs. If I can get two running backs that have PPR value, so Alvin Kamara's, Austin Eckler's, depending on where they are, even Najee Harris. Those are some of the ones I'll be trying to target. Nick Chubb is not a running back that gets PPR points per se, but he's also somebody I'm looking at if I get near the end. Where you draft, it definitely matters in this situation. So I don't want to be reaching for players. I'm going to be trying to get the value as I build my team. One of the strategies I'll also be using is stacking. I want to make sure that I can maximize some of those weekly matchups that get you over the hump. So last year, for example, if you had Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, you were stacking those players in best ball. You were getting 50 points, 45 points a week, which is hard to overcome from two players, which is a nice stack. So you could also put Tyreek Hill in there, triple stack it, and then you're just crushing. So we'll see if we can target some offenses. We want some offenses that have high upside. And we want offenses that are going to be able to run the ball and to pass the ball. It's whatever context we're looking to build our team around. One thing that's important too, we're going to be targeting teams that might have to put their offense on the field more because they're trailing. So teams that are going to be losing, which is good. Think of the Titans last year. Think how many times Derrick Henry had to get the rock. I think he had 378 rushing attempts, which is outstanding if you're a fantasy manager. And then also, he had 19 catches, so close to 400 touches for Derrick Henry, and a lot of those came because they were going back and forth with teams. So we're going to be looking at that as well. So some of those players that you might go, I don't want anybody on the Jets. Well, the Jets are going to give you some value, particularly so far that I've been able to nab is Elijah Moore. Now his ADP is rising. I think he's gone about 2 rounds from 14 to 12. We'll see where he goes here. I'm really excited. We just need one more person to jump in. I need to use osmosis to bring that one person into the draft. There's 11 of us here. I'm waiting for Uno, compadre. Come on, let's bring this home. I want to get. I'm itching to go. And the $1 million. It might seem far away, but every single person who won the $1 million, or the one guy who did last year, so not every single person, they started like this. They started in a draft room. Maybe it wasn't this early in the season. Maybe it was closer to the end of the season, or into the draft best ball season before the season starts. But I'm really excited just to kick it off, because this is something for me that I do have some bullets in the chamber already, and so I'm adding to my repertoire. And hopefully, if I can't win, there's still over $3.5 million in prizes for this underdog tournament. So, oh, we've lost a friend. Oh, how disparaging. Well, hopefully we can get that friend back, and then we can jump back in. So, I'm not gonna stop. Oh no, now we're waiting for one person again. So, they're waffling. If that person would have stayed, we would have been ready to go. But alas, this is where I would say I would use my teaching background, but I'm just itching to play fantasy. That's what I want to do. And so actually, I will use my teaching background. One thing I really like to do as I process the draft is to talk about it. As an educator, I found the best way that I learn, honestly, is engaging in dialogue and communication. So there's nobody here to talk with, so you're just going to have to hear me talking, but I'm going to be talking and relating it back to my thought process. And then also I'm going to be taking little peeks over at Hayden's worksheet and just looking at where the value is. And so I can see right away that there's RB at the top of his list. So that's something that I want to be really aware of, making sure that I'm getting some good RBs, and then also stacking some of those wide receivers. Big fan of Calvin Ridley. If we can get Ridley in our draft position, that would be excellent as well. Nick Chubb is high on this list. So a lot of the familiar faces in that first round. Interesting how high Will Fuller is here. I don't know if you can translate that when he goes over to the Dolphins this year, but we'll see. We'll see. He might be able to definitely have some upside weeks, and I think we might have filled, and we did. Oh, I love it. We are in the 8th spot. It's not terrible. I'm not averse to that at all. As a matter of fact, I like it because it gives us more time to read the trends and the patterns, and also for me to find my water. That is one trick as a teacher I always had with me. As big as water bottles I could find. So this is my 64-ounce water bottle. A lot of ice. Okay, so we're about to jump in. Each person on the clock gets 30 seconds. I'm looking to see if I know anybody in here, if I've drafted with anybody before. And we're live. Jay's 56. Jameger. Jay Pedersen, 48. Dubia's only, overrated, NP43. BHWD, Nimble W numbers, that's me. We got Hog Eater 69, sure, classy gentleman there, or lady. Mervin 89, Dagix Max, Percy 36. All right, let's see how this goes. We're live and cooking. Off the board, we have Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, Derrick Henry so far. This is normally how it goes. Saquon Barkley next up on the chopping block is my guess as well. I don't know if W's only is ready to rock here. He's letting it tick down. Got 10 seconds left. One thing we are not going to do is auto draft it all. This will be live. Oh, he went Tyreek Hill. No, he was contemplating. That is a bold move off the break. I think Caden Winks would have liked that one. He might be considering another bold move is getting Patrick Mahomes a little bit early. When you get Tyreek Hill that early in the draft, you're setting a precedent. So we'll watch and see what happens. Definitely gives overrated something to think about. Maybe it also gives lets a player slip to us. one of those running backs that's going to have a little bit of PPR upside. So Barkley goes for sure. And let's jump out of here. Let's go to, well, we can switch over, waiting for the to get to us. There's no rush. We've got all the picks to make. Jonathan Taylor, Alvin Kamara. I was actually hoping for Kamara. So let's take a look and see who we have here at running back. Zeke, Cam Akers, Austin Eckler. You know what? I mean, Zeke definitely gets the PPR stuff. I'm going to go with Zeke here. I'm going to go. I like that upside for Zeke. Zeke is our first pick off the board. Did it work? No, he didn't work. Okay, there you go. All right. Zeke is gone. All right. Now we can just see what happens. Go back to our main board. I'll tell you what I like about Zeke. Last year, he led all running backs in goal line carries with 26. So in the 5-yard line, within the 5-yard line. So this guy eats down at the goal line. That's what he does. I'm not worried about Tony Pollard cutting into any of that. He had fumbleitis last year. You know, he still finished as a top 15 running back. So I think Zeke bounces back this year. I think Dak's back. I think it's a different offense, of course. The hot dog eater. Okay, I thought he was a hog eater. Okay, I read that wrong. Hot dog eater. Please forgive me. 69. I mean, well, still hot dog eating 69. Still pretty much in the wheelhouse. He went a little bit early with Cam Akers for me. I'm not fading Cam Akers. I guess I am. I'm fading Cam Akers. I'm fading him at that ADP. That's just ridiculous. If he falls to the second round, mid-second round, maybe I'll scoop him up there. But first round, sorry, Cam. I need to see more. I'm not gonna do that. I think people are buying into what Todd Gurley did a couple years ago in a McVay offense, and I don't think Cam is Todd Gurley. And we saw what happened to Todd Gurley. They ruined him. So I think Darrell Henderson will get some touches in that offense for sure, and we'll just see how it plays out. If I can get Nick Chubb coming back to me, oh my gosh, or Austin Eckler, that would just make me so happy. Okay, Calvin Ridley's gone. This guy's stacking down here. Percy's got the double wide receivers. Diggs went off the board as well. We'll see how far DeAndre Hopkins is gone too. We'll see how. Oh, there's Eckler. So Charger Nation, I did not get Austin Eckler. I love Eckler. I was hoping he could fall back to me. He's definitely somebody who I'm targeting in all of my drafts that I'm down in that area. Okay, Nick Chubb, both of my guys went right before me. Okay, well, I have backup plans. It's okay. There's a lot of players here on the board. Joe Mixon, I'm not a big fan of at this ADP. Aaron Jones, I think that'd be a great pick. They have him projected for 241 points. Najee Harris, 225 points. With the uncertainty around both those offenses, I like Aaron Jones a little bit better in this position than Najee Harris. I'm going to go Aaron Jones. I do have him rated higher. Najee Harris is somebody I really do love. But if Aaron Jones has no Aaron Rodgers, you lean on Aaron Jones in the passing game a little bit more. For Jordan Love, what does a quarterback need? A dump off valve. And so I like that. That kind of moves Aaron Jones up my board a little bit. If Aaron Rodgers is there, well, I mean, you got Aaron Jones, so it doesn't hurt at all. So I like that. I think it's going to be effective. By the way, I'm going to stay live, but if I disappear for a second, we have a brand new golden retriever puppy for my daughter in London. It was for Make-A-Wish, and so she has a 9-week-old now. We have a 9-week-old. We got it last week, and so her name is Winter. You're barking. That's what's going on, and your boy Scott might have to jump away. I already took her out before the podcast. I was ready, made sure she did business. That way we could do our business here on Guilty as Charged and draft a winner, draft $1 million winner. Wouldn't it be great too if we drafted this year? And then it was the thought process. You get to see it live, or not live, but got played out, and then you win it all. That's really cool. So that's the hope. So we'll see. We're not going to pretend that it's going to happen, but it could happen. So Joe Mixon went right after that. AJ Brown, Najee Harris, all good picks. There's a long, strong section right here in the middle of two RB, juggernauts with Barkley, Harris, Kamara, Mixon. I'm a big fan of Mixon. She just fell down. And then, we got Cam Akers and Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is one of my favorite picks too. I've been doing in most of my best ball drafts down at the 12 or 11 spot, Nick Chubb and Austin Eckler, or Austin Eckler and Nick Chubb. Anyway, I can slice those guys up. I'm getting both of them. But I mean, Zeke Elliott and Aaron Jones might be a little bit of an upgrade. It's pretty close. Austin Eckler does have Alvin Kamara type upside, this year of over 100 targets. And so He gets 80 receptions, 85 receptions. I don't know. If he stays healthy all year too, man, that could just, I mean, 17 games, so it's a long season, but he could maybe have over 90 catches or maybe even the 100 range. I don't know. I don't know how Lombardi's going to use him, but he's somebody who for sure is somebody I'm targeting, and I've got a lot of them here on the Underdog. And it's also a good time to say, if you're not on Underdog, you can definitely jump in right now. $10, just jump in, use code NIMBLE, and they'll give you a free 25 bucks to your account. You can use that to jump in here and play for free. So you got a free shot at $1 million. It only costs you 10 bucks, but that just signs you up, and then you're in it. And then after that, just keep just pumping cash in, because that's what I do. I actually take everything I make from Underdog and just put it right back in, so I can do this, provide the content, and then also hopefully win some money at the end of the season. This is only my second year in best ball too. Last year was my first year, so don't feel intimidated if you haven't done this before. It's like I don't know if I want to sign up. It's a bunch of, it took like 3 minutes, downloaded the app, signed up, boom, 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 ready to rock and roll. I think it's linked to my PayPal, links to Venmo, links to all the different apps. So it's easy to use, very accessible, very modern, which I like. And you can see from what we're looking at here, crisp and clean. So, all right, let's take a look at what we have. We have some wide receiver guys, 3 wide receivers here. So definitely 2 tight ends from Jay Pedersen, 48. All right, my dog's sniffing around to see if I have to jump out of here. I'm definitely going to draft. Hey, Winter, come here. Come here. You want to say hi to the people? All right. You want to say hi to the people? Come here. I don't know if she does. All right, we're up in the next pick. So let's pick, and then we'll say hi to the people. Let's see where we're going. J.K. Dobbins. Okay, let's see who's on the board for us here. I'm going to take a look at wide receiver. Got Allen Robinson, Terry McLaurin, CeeDee Lamb. Tight end, I've got Kyle Pitts. Running back, Chris Carson. Okay, I'm going to go wide receiver here. And, I really like Terry McLaurin. I'm getting a lot of Terry McLaurin this year. I'm going to go ahead and draft Terry McLaurin. The reason I like him so much is just how efficient of a route runner he is. I'm a big fan of Matt Harmon's reception perception, and he's green. He's just green across the board. And our man, the gunslinger, Ryan Fitzpatrick, who many have said on the Twitter itself that I have brought a little bit of my Ryan Fitzpatrick out, and we're not brothers, but I would love to be his brother. So with that anyway, I just think he brings a nice downfield ball that's the best quarterback that Terry McLaurin's played with, and he's been a top 15 wide receiver, so he's got that upside. We took him. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I love CeeDee Lamb as well. Allen Robinson, both are players I'm targeting, but Terry McLaurin, somebody I'm trying to get a little bit more of. I'm interested to see how high Kyle Pitts is going to go in this draft. He's somebody who's been highly targeted ever since Julio Jones was traded. I think people just think he's going to have a monster mega year, which he could. Rookie tight ends are not normally killers off the break, but this guy, he does fit all the bill. I mean, his arm wingspan, I think it's from like New York to Boston. I don't know, something like that. It's long, Yep, Kyle Pitts. Yep, there you go. And that guy's stacking. So don't be surprised if later he takes Matt Ryan. He's already has Calvin Ridley and Kyle Pitts. I'm actually down though on Matt Ryan. When Julio Jones left and they traded, basically Julio Jones for Kyle Pitts, that's a downgrade. I mean, in my book, I think Julio Jones is a better wide receiver. All right, Josh Jacobs, he's not going 0 RB. He's got an RB, and now we're kind of all normed. People are kind of jockeying around. No quarterbacks have been taken off the board. That's interesting. I like that a lot. I'd be surprised if Mervin 89 did not stack right now with Mahomes. Yep. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. A little too early for me to get Mahomes in the third, but he normally doesn't get past that turn there coming back. So I'm not going to grab a quarterback right now, I don't think. Let me jump back over here to my board. Looks like I'm about to be up. I'm on the clock. Okay, tight end. I'm not going to go tight end. Wide receiver. Oh, I have my man Julio Jones. More quarterback. If I want Josh Allen, I got to get him now. It's the only time I can get him. So I actually do want Josh Allen. So I will get him now. All right. He's the second best quarterback, I guess, to Patrick Mahomes with the rushing upside. And his accuracy last year, jumping up, into the 70% range, just impressed me. I mean, one of the big reasons is Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs downfield is one of the best in the game, if not the best in the game. And so his ability to separate, to get away from man coverage, it took the top off of that offense. I loved it. So I'm targeting him in a lot of my drafts, and we're going for upside here. We're going for we're shooting the moon. So we got to be able to compete with the big boys. I think we're doing it so far. So let's take a look at our team. We've got Josh Allen, Terry McLaurin, Aaron Jones, Zeke Elliott. Yeah, we didn't get to Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen couldn't get to him. Didn't get to Eckler either. So if I can, I do, particularly being a Chargers focused podcast, I do like to grab the Chargers because I want to win with the Chargers. I love the Chargers. They're kind of so just background on me in case you want to know where my fandom lies. I live in the Washington D.C. area, but I've not been a fan of any one team for about 7-8 years now. And I just love football. I love it completely. I've loved it since I was a kid, watching any game that could be on, NFL predominantly, but even college football when I was growing up. And so that's something that's never changed. It was ESPN highlights, Chris Berman, all that stuff growing up as a teenager and stuff. And now I'm a 42-year-old man who just loves football in all contexts. I love DFS. I love fantasy football. I love best ball. I love dynasty. I just love watching football. Yes, money's involved, but most of the time, I just love it. And the cool part about it is that you can connect with everybody and love it with other people. And one of my favorite things to do is to watch the Chargers games, because I watch the NFL Red Zone, and the Chargers are normally in that late window, and so I get to see pretty much most of the Chargers' offensive plays. And I do enjoy me some Justin Herbert, and Keenan Allen is one of the. He has a big time upside. He took it taking as the 9th wide receiver here. He's got that top 5 upside for sure, particularly with Herbert maturing. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so let's catch up on some picks. After Josh Allen, Julio Jones went. Robert Woods from the Chargers. I do like him this year. David Montgomery, Tyler Lockett, Mike Davis from the Falcons, Cooper Kupp, Deontay Johnson, a little bit early for Deontay, Jamar Chase, Adam Thielen just went off the board, Kyler Murray. All right, my guy here should change his handle from W's only to wide receivers only, because that's all he's got so far. He's going heavy wide receiver, and he did it again. He's going 0 RB like a mug. He's got Tyreek Hill, DK Metcalf, Keenan Allen, Tyler Lockett, DJ Moore. So he's just blitzing. He's going for a very a narrow chance of winning strategy, but he's trying to maximize his upside and maybe score big and differentiate himself from the field. So, T. Higgins just went. All right, so we're on the clock. I did love T. Higgins. If I can get some Brandon Ayuk, he's right there. Yeah, I'm gonna Ayuk you right there. Ayuk. I love him this year. He is a physical specimen. He is a freak. He's physical. He's fast. He knows what to do with the ball. He can jet sweeps. He can do it all. He is somebody who I am going to have on my redraft team, my home league team. Don't tell anybody there. The BFFs: Russell, Fish, Mike, Ryan, Chris, Olson, everybody. Josh, Blake. I'm going to get this guy. Don't you mess with me this year. I got him here. I'm going to get him there. All right, so I'm 5 picks away. We saw Travis Etienne go off the board. Kareem Hunt. Love me some Hunt. Kenny Galladay. It's a nice value there for Dagus Max in the 5th round, getting Kenny Galladay. And we're back to Percy. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't go running back here and then maybe try to get a quarterback. But when you're on the ends, it's a bit of a challenge because you do not have you've got 22 picks, 23 picks, whatever it is, until you get back to you. So you got to make a little bit of a bold move. He didn't go that bold. Trey Sermon's a little bit of a move. Odell Beckham, it's a bit of a move too. So I like it. Those are players I'm not targeting. So you just help me do better. And you know what? If I can get TJ Hawkinson in the 6th round, I've got 2 picks to dodge it. 1 pick to dodge it. Oh, TJ Hawkinson, come home to me. This is how you win a best ball tournament. I'm not going to count the chickens. I'm going to let them, hog. See, that's the hot dog eater. He did that to me, you son of a Van Drook. All right, I'm going to pivot. That would have been just the pick of picks right there. I'm not going to lie. That would have just given me some, confidence. All right, I'm going for upside, and I'm going to do a little Chase Claypool here, and hopefully it works when I draft him. Did it work? Oh, I'm not. Oh, it did work. Okay. Oof, thank God. All right, move fine. Chase Claypool. I'm looking for that upside. Think about the game last year. We got 4 touchdowns. Not going to happen every week, but if he gets 2 touchdowns, that is what I'm chasing. So that offense is going to look for ways to get Chase Claypool the ball. He's a freak, and he was a tight end in college, and he played wide receiver in pro. So he could be a Kyle Pitts type prototype in a way, like I have a tip of the spear type athlete that we're looking at here, which I love to see. And we had Deontay Johnson go off, I don't know, 20 some picks ago, almost, no, 12, 16 picks ago. So that's value right there. I really do like that. I wanted TJ Hawkinson though. You guys know that broke my heart. I'm not gonna lie. That was a snipe of all snipes right there when it comes to TJ. My wife got a funny TJ Hawkinson story. My wife did not know his name was Hawkinson. She thought it was Hawkenhouse. So last year, week 1, she had Hawkinson on her team, and I came up to her and said, "Hey, you're gonna start Hawkinson today. I think he's got a good matchup." And I forget who they're playing, but I said, "I think he's got a good matchup." And she said, "No, I'm gonna start somebody else." I said, "Okay." So then I come up later and I'm like, "Hey, you see Hawkinson? He's got a touchdown." And she goes, "Ah, Hawkenhouse. I didn't start Hawkenhouse." I was like, "His name's not Hawkenhouse." She called him Hawkenhouse the whole year. And his name is Hawkinson. She has the app. She can read. She's a literate person. She's not smarter than me. She thinks she's smarter than me. She's smart though. She's a nurse, so she's no dummy. But it's Hawkenhouse in our house. So if you see me saying that on Twitter, I'm not an idiot. I just the wife says it's Hawkenhouse. It's Hawkenhouse, right? You don't argue with your wife. At least not too much. That's what I've learned over the years. Scott's words of wisdom: don't argue with your wife or your husband or whoever you're with, your partner, um, or your plants, your animals. Arguing not helpful to relationships in general. Okay, so we have a running back, 2 running backs exactly. Zeke Elliott, Aaron Jones. We've got Terry McLaurin, Brandon Ayuk, Chase Claypool. We've got some strong wide receivers. We've got Josh Allen. I like that. I'm gonna look to see where we're at in running backs. I don't want to reach for a tight end right now. I like a little bit more value in the tight end position, but we'll see where we are with running backs. We've got Raheem Mostert, James Robinson, Damian Harris, Michael Carter, Leonard Fournette, Melvin Gordon. Now, I told you what initially got me into this was Hayden Winks' sheet. So, I think it might be helpful to actually share that sheet. So let me do a screen share on that sheet again. And see if we can use it to help us here drafting. So most of these top players have been taken, but we did get Ayuk there. I like that. So now we're kind of looking over some of these other players. All right, Cooper, Hunt, Claypool. Most of these players are gone. McLaurin. All right, so let's stop sharing and jump back over. I think we're going to be up in just a minute. 2 picks away. Okay. All right. So, that's what got me thinking about this and got me into the best ball. But really, the best ball just took over once we got started. So sometimes the best laid plans come to nothing. All right, we're on the clock here. Looking at our wide receiver value. Oh, Will Fuller. He was on that list. He was high on that list as a best baller. I like him in best ball, as they say. So I'm going to go Will Fuller. So we did use Hayden Winks' chart after all. Thank you, Hayden. I appreciate that. As a matter of fact, we have a few guys on his chart that were up there in the top. So let's go back and see our team. Zeke Elliott, Aaron Jones, Terry McLaurin, Josh Allen, Brandon Ayuk, Chase Claypool, and Will Fuller. So we're chasing that wide receiver upside. Our boy finally there, W's, took Justin Herbert. Nice stack there with Keenan Allen. He's got the Chargers. I like it. And then Chase Edmonds. Chase Edmonds, not a terrible RB2, but a terrible RB1. I don't like that. That's not good. He's going to have to load up on our RBs. That's what I don't like about zero RB. It's like, yeah, your wide receivers are the best. We know that. But then your running backs are kind of weak, and you're waiting for injuries to happen, and you just got to get a bunch of them. It's like I'm going to buy 10 of something because maybe 1 or 2 will be good, and it's just like a waste of something, in my opinion. So I don't like to chase the RB 0 RB thread in fantasy football. I might do a 1 RB and then a couple of wide receivers if I got great value. But you can see I only have 2 running backs. So it's not like I was heavily focusing on running backs after those first 2 picks. I got 2 strong running backs that have an opportunity to finish in the top 5. And now I'm going to go after those wide receivers. So I'm smart. I'm not zero RB smart, but I'm close, right? And now there are going to be some running backs that will fall to us who I like the value on, and we'll also see if we can take another quarterback if there's a value here to be had, because we do have to start one. But if we can get a beautiful quarterback, I don't know. I don't know if they're beautiful. We do not have a stack yet, but I think I might get Fitzmagic later on. That might be my stack. All right, so we have some opportunities here. James Robinson still on the board. Michael Carter was just taken. Melvin Gordon, Zach Moss. I do like James Robinson in this position. I do think he's going to. Travis Etienne's going to be there. There's also going to be some room, some work for James Robinson. So as my RB3, I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. And that offense will score some points because their defense is not the best at times. So there'll be some ebb and flow for that games the games they play. And the AFC South is one of the I guess the divisions I'm targeting this year, not just in best ball, but in fantasy football in general, because there'll be some shootouts. Colts defense, they gave up some points last year. I know they got after the quarterback a little bit, but they gave up some points last year. And then the Jags gave up points. Titans gave up points. And Houston, are they going to give up points? All right, they're going to give them up all of the points. Houston's going to give up like every single freaking point. So not a terrible division to kind of put some players in the mix. So right now we don't have too many players that we have no stacks, no correlation. But if Aaron Rodgers is still around in the ninth, I'll definitely steal him. I'll definitely scoop him up. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4 friends who've not drafted a quarterback yet. So I'm guessing that Aaron Rodgers will probably be gone by the time he gets back to us. So let's see what we're working with here. Russell Gage just went off the board. Tyler Higbee, Laviska Shenault, Melvin Gordon, Dallas Goedert. So Melvin Gordon is a value there for sure. At the end of the day, he is going to relinquish his job, I do believe, to Javonte Williams, just because they drafted him to do that. Now, if you can get that backfield, which he's got both of them. He had to get Williams in the 6th round to get him, but he's got both of them. He's securing that the whole offense right there in the backfield for the Broncos, and he's also possibly thinking that Aaron Rodgers could be traded there as well. So let's see if he gets Aaron Rodgers on the back end. I wouldn't be surprised if he did that, if he doesn't get taken by Jameger, yeah, good old Jameger, because Jameger needs a quarterback. Jameger does not have any. No, he didn't. He went tight end. Okay, he's going late round QB. He's a JJ Zachariason disciple. No. Okay, Mike Williams off the board. Dang it, that's who I was going to try to draft this round. All right, super sleeper alert. I like Mike Williams. His upside is big game. Now he also has some downside, but he might not show up at all. But he shows up. He gets those big games. So I do like that. Let's actually check Hayden Winks' sheet to see where we can find Mike Williams. That might be helpful. All right. Okay, so okay, so 2.3, so not crushing it, but a little bit of a value. So let's see if he. I don't see the team he was on. See the whole rest of the team there. I'll screen share again. Okay. Yeah, not a stack. He does not have Justin Herbert. So the guy after him maybe could have got Justin Herbert. All right, we're on the clock now. That's beautiful. And you know what? We're trying to win this thing. So Aaron Rodgers is there. Tom Brady's there. Matt Stafford's there. Let's take a look at our stacking possibilities here. We've got Ayuk, Claypool, Fuller. So no stacking potential there. But if we're chasing upside, I mean, it's hard to shy away. Really hard to shy away from Aaron Rodgers. He just has the upside. So I'm going to go Aaron Rodgers, because if he does play, maybe he doesn't. But if he does play, I'm done at quarterback. So for the rest of the draft, now I'm going to have 9 picks to try to suss out the rest of my team. I need another running back for sure. I like to have at least 4 solid running backs, and then maybe a flyer on a rookie to make it 5 if I do that. We'll get another tight end. We have to get a tight end. So I might have to have 3 because I don't have a strong tight end so far, but tight end has dropped. There's still some tight end value. We're out of the top 10, and I think we're moving into 11, but There'll be some tight end value. So we'll just kind of go back and see. Let's queue up some players who we like at each of the positions. So um, I can get Tunyon now that I have Aaron Rodgers. Um, I also like Blake Jarwin. I'll put him in there as well. He's going to go a little later, but uh, take off the tight ends. Wide receiver wise, Elijah Moore for sure. Gabriel Davis for sure. Hopefully I can get both those. I doubt I'll be able to. Running backs, Tony Pollard, AJ Dillon. I'm targeting the backfield. He might be the person I have to get next if he gets back to me. Let's see how many picks I have. I might not be able to get him. Okay, I've got 4 picks, 3 picks, 4 picks. Yeah, 4 picks to avoid. And then I have the Packers backfield if I want it. I might not want it either. I might just be able to go for somebody else. Like that's the thing. I don't think I will because yeah, if AJ Dillon goes off, I mean, if Aaron Jones gets hurt, my season is going to be sunk. But if AJ Dillon's behind him, then yeah, I'm not sunk in this situation. So maybe it's worth it. But we'll see what the hot dog eater does. He's already sniped me on the Hawkinson. Didn't appreciate that. I'm going to write him a friendly tweet later. Find him on YouTube, whatever. Okay, Rashad Bateman went. All right. So the world is our oyster here. We've got Tunyon. I don't care that much about Tunyon. I like Elijah Moore. I'd love to stack Gabe Davis. I think the value here, is AJ Dillon just because of his ADP. He's not going to come back to me at all. Whereas some of these guys may have a chance to come back to me. I think they all do. All right. So I'm going to go with AJ Dillon just because I felt a little trapped in that situation with Aaron Jones. If Aaron Jones does get hurt, it's an offense though that if they transition away from Aaron Rodgers, then I got the points there hopefully on the ground, and I didn't chase any wide receivers, but I will grab maybe the rookie later on, and maybe that'll help me buoy my Packers. I wasn't trying to go for Packers when I went in. I've actually never done this with the Packers before. I don't have any AJ Dillon. This might be my first AJ Dillon shares. Okay. Joe Burrow went right after that. Gabe Davis did go. All right, well, here's my stacking opportunity. I do have really 4 solid wide receivers. So, all right, no. But Elijah Moore, I can get Elijah Moore back. I'll be very pleased. It's a tall order though. He is, like I said, flying off the draft board. We are in the 11th round, so right on ADP. Yeah, he's been going in the 12th, but I wouldn't be surprised if he goes in the 11th. So we just have 8 picks to go, 7 picks to go. 1, 8. Doing mental math. I got to tell you guys, I've been building a deck with my dad. I love my dad. Great man. He's 67, I think. And we've been doing it for a month and a half every day, right outside. It's very challenging. So by the end of the day, Scott's brain, it's good, but it's not as good as it could be. Got a laser focus is what I'm saying. Okay. Stacking tight ends. Mike Gesicki, Irv Smith players I'm not targeting. Irv Smith, I was targeting. I thought his role would expand a little bit. And then, I don't understand what the coaches, Mike Zimmer just came out and said, no, his role's not expanding at all. What are you talking about? Like, oh, okay. Thought you did pretty well last year. Apparently Mike Zimmer not impressed enough to give him the rock more. All right. Gesicki's off the board. Darrell Henderson off the board. David Johnson. That's pretty late for David Johnson, but that Houston Texans offense is going to be atrocious this year. I want nothing to do with them at all. If Deshaun Watson plays, different story, but I don't think he's going to play. I think he's going to get exempted, and he might have been exempted while I was on my deck work. I didn't even know. So, if please respond in the comments down below. Let me know if I missed that one. If not, we'll save it for another show. All right. So Elijah Moore might get back to me, and then I might be able to get Blake Jarwin on the back end. So if I only miss out on Gabe Davis on those 3 players that I like, I'm okay. I've got 2 more bullets to dodge. I'm hopeful. No one like the hot dog eater 69 on that side. That's who I don't want to mess with. Okay, Tunyon went. That's fine. Kenyon Drake, nice. All right, we're gonna get our Elijah Moore. That makes me very happy. Elijah Moore is somebody who I have maximum exposure to in my best balls. Now, what that means is that 50% maybe, which isn't maximum, but that's maximum for me. He's been sniped and he's hard to get. You have to kind of reach now. So, but in the beginning, I was just getting him in almost every team. It was great, and I think Elijah Moore's season is a real thing, and he might be after Jamar Chase, he might be the wide receiver too this year in the rookies. He has the potential to do that. But here he was drafted after Rashad Bateman, which it makes sense. I think he might have been drafted as the third rookie. I took him. So no, actually the fourth. Devonta Smith, fifth. Jalen Waddle. Yeah. Okay. I'll take it. I think that's a great value for him. Ooh, my friend on the end did not get to get Matt Ryan. He waited too long. He's got no quarterbacks too. So he's got a lot of players. You can see the cool thing up on this top of this bar. It gives you your percentage breakdown. So you can see I've got no tight ends right now. All right, which that's a problem. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I kind of wish I had a tight end, but we'll get one. We'll get two actually. Next two picks we'll do tight ends. So I got Blake Jarwin in there. Let's see who else. I did like Anthony Firkser a lot before Julio Jones got traded there, and now I just think he's dead man walking. He'll get red zone opportunities, maybe if they're Julio and AJ, but he could still pan out. I'm not holding my breath though. I like Gerald Everett in Seattle a lot. So if I can get Blake Jarwin and Gerald Everett, might be a little bit of a sneak. Let's see what Hayden Wink's document says about those two friends here. Let's see. Okay. You know what? Tight ends tricky. I'm not seeing good things. I don't see them at all. Yeah, our boy Jared Cook there's 0.9 over. I don't like that. First year's 0.9. Not a lot of upside. Of course, Blake Jarwin was hurt last year, so that's going to be a big part of it as well. And Gerald Everett didn't have a lot of opportunities, but I think he'll have more opportunities for those upsides. Here's what Hayden Wink said here. It said this is the full list of better in best ball points per game metric. It's how you're going to look at how many half points players scored above RB 24, wide receiver 36, and the tight end 12. So let's jump back in. We got Blake Jarwin. Look at that. We got auto drafted. That's fine. We had him queued up, ready to go, so we didn't miss out on anything. I like Blake Jarwin this year, particularly in the Cowboys offense. I'm not going to call them the Cowgirls. That's inappropriate. My friend Bo would not appreciate that, and I grew up. We did that as Washington football team fans, then Redskin fans. I regret it. I do. I do, because Cowboys, Cowgirls, using that as a put down. Ladies are strong. They are. I mean, it's like just in my mind now, I'm calling them an equal. So we'll leave it at that. We're not going to call anybody Cowgirls. Naeem Hines just went, oh, that's a great pick. If I didn't have to get a tight end, I should have gotten Naeem Hines, but I had to get a tight end, and I do like Blake Jarwin coming into that offense. He's going to have the wide open middle of the field with CeeDee Lamb running around, and it's just going to be, I think, a nice season of PPR production, half point PPR production for a guy Blakey. But I am hurting at tight end, so tight end might not be my best position. So I might have to do what people do in the zero RB game, just load up one tight end, right? Just get 3 tight ends. Well, we got how many picks left? We got 6 picks left. We get 2 more tight end picks, and then we can just go to town on wide receiver and running back. Okay, let's see. Joe Deborah's still there. Not against Troutman either. Hunter Henry's got some value as well. He has value, I think, if Mac Jones is the quarterback. I think if Cam Newton's the quarterback, he does not have value. And I do not like Cam Newton. I do not think he's a very good quarterback. He's not very accurate. I don't think he throws a very good ball at all. I watched him last year. He did the Donovan McNabb end of the career worm burner. I don't like those. That's not how I like it. So I'm looking for a better quarterback than him to be throwing the football. So if I'm going Hunter Henry, I'm hoping that Mac Jones gets in there because I think he's throws a better ball. I think he gets him the ball more efficiently. Maybe he doesn't know the defenses. It's a little bit of a trick, to kind of getting that in there. But I, I like him better. Cam Newton, he's never, besides Greg Olson, never propped up a tight end. But I guess it's saying never. I shouldn't say that. Greg Olson, he did a good job with Greg Olson, but um, yeah, I don't know. You also have Johnny Smith there too. So Anthony Firkser finally went in the 13th round. T.Y. Hilton in the 13th round. That's a huge value there. I really like that. Michael Pittman. See how early Michael Pittman went. He was taken. What round was Michael Pittman taken in? The 9th. So that's a 4-round plus side. Okay, we're up. Let's take a look here. Oh, you know what? We have 2 quarterbacks, but one of them might not play. So I'm going to go Ryan. I'm going to go Ryan Fitzpatrick. That is my insurance against in case Aaron Rodgers doesn't play. I got to have another quarterback. So I'm sure one of these guys will get back to me. It's a shorter turn coming back around that way. So I have less picks to dodge. Yeah. So I forgot about having to get Ryan Fitzpatrick. So I'm glad I reminded myself there in the 13th. Okay, that doesn't do anything. On the phone app, which is a little bit different, if you click on your name, it'll bring your team up and you can look at your team. So I want to see if it would do it on the computer, but it did not. I guess we're just going to have to do it this way manually. Here's our team over here on the side. Okay. Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Zeke, Aaron Jones, James Robinson, A.J. Dillon, Terry McLaurin, Brandon Ayuk, Chase Claypool, Will Fuller, Elijah Moore. So we got a lot of upside. I like the team so far. We're 2 picks away. Let's jump back over and see. Okay. No more tight ends have been taken. I like that. We started a little quarterback run with Fitzpatrick. Tua went, Carson Wentz went, Jameis went. So 3 other quarterbacks went. People were a little bit distracted. Okay. Emmanuel Sanders. It's not bad. There's our man, Hunter Henry. Okay. So we're up. And I think it's, where are we at in the ADP? Let's see the tight end ADP. You know what? Robbie Gronkowski is a bigger upside than Gerald Everett. We'll circle back. We'll go Gronk. I mean, he's got freaking Tom Brady throwing the ball to him. I know Jared Cook's there too. You know what? Actually, I might have to get Jared Cook. The only thing I'm worried about Jared Cook is the emergence of Donald Parham. But I mean, I think they do want Cook there, so he might be one of my beginning of the season point scorers. All right. If I can get Cook, that'd be great. So I don't feel bad now about having less tight ends. Getting Blake Jarwin made me feel okay. Gronkowski, he's going to get touchdowns. That's what you want. Makes me feel better there as well. And if I can get Cook on the back end in round 15, that's value. And either way, if I can't get Cook or Everett, there's always Austin Hooper and Cole Kmet too. Cole Kmet came on. He was out snapping Jimmy Graham at the end of the season. He was they role reversed. Jimmy Graham was downsized, and Cole Kmet was increasing his role each week, which I liked. So he's somebody we might throw a dart at later if we can't get our boy Jared Cook. Okay, Daniel Jones just went off the board. We have 4 picks left in our draft. Thanks for sticking with us. These drafts take about an hour or so. Sterling Shepard. Don't know about that. I don't know about that. Besides Galladay, the rest of the Giants' wide receiving core is a who done it? Who knows it? What's going to happen? Nobody knows. But Marquez Valdez Scantling, not terrible. Jared Cook went, son of a Von Droog. All right, we'll just stick with our Gerald Everett plan from before. If he doesn't go, he might be taken. But if he's not taken, we'll wait. I've got an ace in the hole. If he's not taken, we're gonna take OJ Howard. That way we have the tight end production from the Bucks. Either way. Okay. Well, Philip Lindsay in the 15th. I really like that. That's a good pick right there. Wait, at Houston, they have a problem. But if they're down in every single game, and Philip Lindsay gets some catches, he gets a little PPR action. You know, Gerald Everett. Dang it. Okay, well, we're okay. Gerald Everett was not the key to our season. We don't have Russell Westbrook. We weren't stack attacking. Let's see. If we're gonna wait, we're not gonna reach. We're gonna unfriend these guys. Sorry, we don't like you anymore. Looking at running back right now. We're up next. Tevin Coleman, James White, ooh, Gainwell. Gainwell is somebody that I am definitely into this year. I'm sneakily, that's a word, getting him in a lot of my drafts. So waiting on tight end to get OJ Howard. We get him way late. We get him like the 17th round. So we got one more pick before then. See if we can target a wide receiver. So Gainwell sat out last season, but I think he has a real chance this year to just obliterate Boston Scott. Goodbye, Boston Scott. No more Boston Scott. And then they re-signed Jordan Howard, whatever. Gainwell is going to be a great compliment to Miles Sanders, and I think that by the end of the season he might get those touches. So I don't need him in the game season. Like, just sit on the bench, be a rookie. I don't care. Don't do anything. I've got great players. You're fine. But he can get me at the end of the season, upside, possibly worth a dart throw. All right, speaking of dart throws, we're going to get a wide receiver here that has upside. And I'm hoping I can stack Amari Rodgers in Green Bay because I already have Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones. So I've got Aaron Rodgers, I get Amari Rodgers, and then I've got Aaron Jones and Aaron Rodgers. And another Aaron. So that would be the bridge to Packers' best ball dominance, apparently. And because people are fading the Packers because of the Aaron Rodgers situation, there's value there. So that's my thinking in it. And if I can get him in 2 picks, I'll be pleased. One more pick. If the hot dog eater 69 signs me again, I'm going to have to. Oh, good. He got Ben Roethlisberger. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm not down with that. Okay, we got our guy. Very pleased. Look at the stack attack. Very, very pleased. We've got one stack. Got quarterback, running back. But hey, if Aaron Jones plays, Aaron Rodgers plays, I love that stack. And then if we have a little wide receiver 2 action by Amari Rodgers, thank you. This does mean that Aaron Rodgers needs to come back. So now I'm praying to the fantasy football gods, to the best ball gods, to the underdog gods. Please, for Scotty, for your boy, please bring him back. Bring it back. It doesn't look good though. Okay. I'm gonna get OJ Howard just in case anybody is getting thoughts on him. And my last pick, we'll see where the wind blows. So is OJ? Yeah, here he is. So his ADP. I mean, I draft him regularly, but I don't think anybody else does because his ADP has not been rising. Okay. Oh, you know what? Well, I like Cox as well. Somebody who's very athletic, touchdown upside. Those are 2 players I'm gonna wait and see on. And then we'll take a couple shots at some wide receivers. So I know that Olamide Zaccheaus is rising up the boards with Julio Jones gone as well. We're chasing like upside, like Deshaun Jackson, upside, right? Or Josh Palmer. Ooh, I like that. Let's get Josh Palmer. Let's put him on the board. And then we'll come back with one of these guys at the end. I believe Chargers Nation will have a Charger on here. If anybody goes down, Josh Palmer jumps in. Hopefully I don't need him, but break glass. If I do, I got him. AJ Green, Darius Slayton. So Slayton was paired with Daniel Jones. I got a stack attack there. I think AJ Green, I think this guy, I think he does have Kyler, yep, he does. He just stacked Kyler Murray with AJ Green. So there's some back end stacks that are working their way across the board. I like to see it. I do like to see it. Yeah, we got a stack with dubs only. Overrated. If overrated was on their game, they would get Dwayne Eskridge. Yep, and they did. I love it. Dwayne Eskridge, and they have Gerald Everett. So nice double stack there. NP43. Lamar Jackson, and no stacking. Trey Lance, no stacking. Okay, so you don't have to stack. It's just also stacks can crush you if you do not. If you lose big that game and your guys don't come through, then you're out. So it's like razor thin margin if you get a solid team. But you know what? This is the best ball mania too. You got to roll on that solid thin margin. You can't just you think you're going to drop it and win. Okay, so we're up. Go. Let's get the P. Josh Palmer. We got him. All right, we'll come back here and one of these guys will be available. I'm sure of it. Not even worried about it. Close out our team with some upside, some touchdown upside, some athletic touchdown upside. I love it. And then after this, we'll wait for the draft to finish, and then we'll get a little projection where they think we're going to finish. Not that it means anything. Not that we're going to, hang our hat on it. We could get crushed by the projections and then end up winning it all, or the projections could bring us really high and make me feel good about myself, and then I go to bed, and then in the end it just turned into a crap team. So but it's interesting to see what people or the computer thinks that your projections are going to be given the matrix that they have, right? Okay, Austin Hooper, by the way, did go, so I wouldn't have been able to get him before Josh Palmer. I do like him a lot. I think I would have got him instead of Josh Palmer though. All right, the very last round. Kendrick Bourne, interesting. Cam Newton, Kendrick Bourne stack. I guess if you're looking for not good quarterbacks and okay wide receivers, then you got it. That's not terrible. It's value for sure in 17th and 18th round. I like the value there. I just don't think they're going to do anything. Chuba Hubbard, it's important there. I like that's it's a stack. Well, not a stack. It's a handcuff. I think if you're a CMC manager that you want to have, but nothing happened there. All right, because we have Gronk, we're just going to target the quarterback. Really, we're going to target, our guy Tommy Brady, who just blew up the moon. By the way, in case you didn't see that, he threw a football and it hit the moon, and the moon exploded. So, I mean, there's just that. I thought it was real. Oh, and I want you guys know, Tom Brady also manages his own Instagram accounts. Like he's got time to make all that stuff. He's got time to throw the ball at the moon and have it explode. He's nothing but time. Tommy Times, they call him, because time is on his hands. All right, Donald Parham went. I like that. That's a nice little pick there at the back end. If I didn't have to go heavy with the insurance on Rob Gronkowski, then I would have definitely got a little Parham. I think if you go Parham, you want to go Cook too, right? Kind of like what we did with Gronkowski and Howard. And now it's a tight end mania. Look at that. I started this. Howard, Ebron, Parham, Hurst. Let's see where we end here. Hunter Renfro. Not a fan. Not a fan. Deshaun Jackson did go before we got Palmer, by the way. I might have chosen Deshaun Jackson. He's got upside written all over him. And then they got Tutu. They got Tutu. And they have Deshaun. So they're looking for all that smoke from your boy, Matt Stafford. Okay, 2 picks left. And we are rocking and rolling. This draft is in the books. Okay, one more pick. Thanks for sticking with us. It's only 300 players. No, I don't think it's 300 players. 12 times 18, 200 some players. Okay. Let's take a look at our team here. I think it should be the last one we just drafted. No, it's not. Okay. Our projection is 2,844. Not terrible. Let's look at the other projections. A little bit more, a little bit less. Right in that same ballpark. So far, we got the highest. Overrated has got the highest projection. Okay. Nice. My mouse let me scroll down here. Oh, there we go. Good. Oh, we have a winner so far. BHWD in the 3,000s. That's where you want to be. That is for sure. You just find that again. Great. There we go. Hot dog eater. No, hot dog eater is winning now. Hot dog eater, you son of a gun. It's that Hawkinson pick. It was really good. Really changed the game there. Okay. We're getting there. Or we're not getting there. Okay, well, that's the end of that. We're not able to scroll. All right, thanks everybody. Appreciate you guys checking us out here on Guilty as Charged podcast, Best Ball Mania 2 draft. Hopefully your boy Scotty Simpson takes home the $1,000,000. If you watch this, I do, you saw it here first. Please do follow me on social media, Nimble W Numbers, the Fantasy Millionaires, FF Millionaires on Twitter, Chalk Blocked, and something else too. I'm sure tons more. But do check everybody else out there on the Guilty as Charged podcast too as well. Alex, Tyler, Steven, they're the best. Appreciate you guys. See you next week.